So before I'm gonna start this video on the feed we use for the pigeons, I wanted to ask you guys to comment down below which type of videos you'd like to see. Maybe more feeding videos or training type videos, I don't know. I can't really go out and train them like for a training flight because you can't release pigeons right now due to the corona type stuff that's going on. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, keep that in mind, and if you want, comment down below which stuff you'd like to see. So anyways, let's get into this video. So welcome back, guys. So in a recent video I got a question by one of my subscribers to do a video on the feed we use. So I'm going to do that now. So I mentioned we recently changed from manufacturer, feed manufacturer. So this is the feed we used for about, well, my grandfather used for about 10 or 15 years, but we recently went to this one because this store is closer. So there's no particular reason. I actually like that feed more, looking at the quality of the feed just by hand. So yeah, this is by Hagenvoeders in a village in a town near us. This is actually the lightest feed you can get. As you can see, there's no corn in it or anything big, but we don't feed that. We mix it up with some other stuff. So these are the two main feeding bins. You can't really tell the difference between looking at them like that, but I got some in these containers over there, and this one is the green bin. As you can see, this is what they call sport feed. It has a lot of maize in it, corn. I'll put it out here. See, it has a lot of corn in it. Not too many of these type of things. And then this one is called raammengeling, which means it's called mold mix, but it doesn't actually let them mold easier. It just, you know, they have to give it some type of name. It has a little bit less corn in than the sport feed, and what I do like about this feed is that it has sunflower seeds in it, which sunflower, if you didn't know, sunflower has the most fat out of any type of corn feed. And then this, it also has these things. What a sport feed doesn't have. What I do like about this feed is that once you can tell the pigeons have had enough once they start leaving these, because they don't like them as much, although these have the most energy in them. They get the most energy out of them. So, and then also a small little other type of feed we use is, this is for the widowers. It's also by this brand, but as you can see, it's totally different color. It's way lighter corn, way smaller. I think it has a lot less protein and calories in it, because, you know, widowers don't actually need a lot of calories or energy for that matter. So yeah, those are the three types of feed we use. we only give those to the widowers, and not always. We only give them like 4 times a week, 4 days a week, this feed type of feed. And then we give this before the race. This is sport, and before and after the race only once, because we feed them 2 times a day, but we'll get into that later. And then these we give to the young birds and the breeders. Actually, people over here don't like to raise on these, but I actually think it works really well, way better than the sport, because I think the sport gets them a little bit too fat, and you give them, you know, too much feed easier, because they don't leave the small things because they're not in it. So I think this is overall the best feed to raise on. So it's called the mold feed. But yeah, now let's go over to how much you need to give a pigeon for it to be enough a day. So my grandfather and his grandfather used the soup spoon trick to get the right amount. For example, I think this is for like 14 pigeons, if I can remember correctly. But you know, they used to like grab a little teaspoon, not teaspoon but soup spoon, shake it a little bit until it's kind of flat and it doesn't drop out anymore. And then this is the amount you need to feed one pigeon, which is about 17 or 18 grams. Then you do this till your bin is filled up, which I'll do in just a moment. So I did the little shake trick 14 times, and it's about this full. So now that you know 14 spoons went in there, which is about 17 grams, 14 times 17. So now you know this bucket is for 14 pigeons, and as you can see we write it on there, 19. This is for 30, I believe. But now that you know that, you just if, for example, if you have 28 pigeons on or 30 pigeons on the loft, just grab 2 of these and you're set. You don't actually have to give every single pigeon like the spoon trick in a separate bin. But yeah, that's the way we get the amount of feed right. And the big bowls are actually for 60 pigeons when they're like flat, filled up to the top flat. So yeah, anything else I need to go over? No, this. And yeah, what I also wanted to show you, we never use the feed that comes out of the bags, we always mix it up. Even this one, this is actually what's in this bag. It's pure sport, but we do mix it up as well with some lighter feed, because sprint pigeons don't need a lot of feed at all, which most people get wrong. So the number one most important thing in pigeon racing is getting the feed right, I believe. If you can have the best pigeons in the world, but if you feed them that they're way too fat to fly, you know, they're not gonna perform. They're just not. So the best tip I can give you is get your feed right, get the amount of feed right, even if it makes them hungry all day. A pigeon doesn't need more than 35 grams of feed a day, and that's for a big pigeon. We give the young birds even less, 30 to 32 grams a day, but we feed them twice a day, so that's why the spoon's 17 grams. So yeah, that's going to be the video on the feed. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.